Have you ever hired an employee who didn't work out? And maybe you spent 6 months training them, a year, and they struggled and then they finally left. All of those surprises and disappointments are actually predictable, and they're preventable when you slow down your hiring process and you ask better questions and listen really keenly to the answers. My name is Shari Harley. I'm the author of the book, How to Say Anything to Anyone, and I run a training company called Candid Culture. We create tools for leaders and hiring managers to help you hire the right employees, keep them, and help them be productive. One of our tools is a box of interview questions that we call Candor Questions, interview questions for hiring the right employees. Questions you need to ask that most managers don't. There are loads of good books with loads of interviewing questions, and I find that they don't have all the right questions, and managers are still making hiring mistakes that are unnecessary. But this box of Candor Questions has interview questions that you can ask when an employee interviews, but also when they onboard and when they start with your organization. Each card has one question on it, and you can create interviews for different types of jobs using the box of cards. One of the questions is this: if I walked around your office and asked about you, what would people in your current office say about you? This question is getting at whether or not employees are open to feedback. And employees who are not self-aware and don't know their reputation and how they come across are not going to be coachable. They're going to be those difficult employees that no one wants to work with. That's something you can ascertain early in the process. Here's another question. Describe this job to me. If you were telling a friend about it, what would you say? This is how you can tell if an employee, or a candidate, really understands your job and how clear you've been in explaining it. If they can reiterate what the job is back to you, you know that they're clear. Otherwise, people can join your company, take a job, and not really know what they're getting into. Here's another question. What are you best at doing? What's your sweet spot? People tend to like doing what they're good at. And if a job doesn't have at least 75% of the time having employees do what they like to do, they're predictably going to leave that job. They're not going to stay. We hope that you will find the Candor Questions for interviewing and hiring the right employees useful. We hope you'll make fewer hiring mistakes, hire the right employee the first time, and keep them.